Bedouin tribe not...
Sorry.
The Bedouin tribe is not only stifled psychologically, but culturally due to their thwarted nomadic lifestyle.
Excellent, Miss Montgomery. An impressive and unique topic. One which even Miss De Luca would have enjoyed had she bothered to make it to class on time. Hopefully she'll be more prompt on Friday, when she will be the first to read her report. Class dismissed.
Dr. Lesky?
I'm sure you have a perfectly valid reason for being late, Miss De Luca.
Would you believe my car broke down? So listen, the thing is, I did my report on the Bedouins, too.
What? You were supposed to register your topic.
Yeah, I know. I'm really sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Perhaps you weren't thinking at all. Well, you'll have to choose another subculture, one that hasn't already been selected.
Look, I just don't know if I can come up with a whole new report by Friday.
Then you'll fail. You need to find a new topic by the end of today. I have to say I'm disappointed, Miss De Luca, that you chose to write your report from text. I was certain that if anyone would choose the more challenging option, it would have been you.
What was that again?
Incorporating first-hand observation into your research, physically studying the subculture you are writing about. It would reflect better in your grades.
The psychological self-involvement subculture of artistic groups on a college campus.
What about them?
You know Ellipsis, the arts magazine here? I'm going to do my report on that group of students.
So in the 45 minutes that you were able to observe them, you have ascertained that they are a pluralistic subculture.
Yeah. Yes. Well, they have an absence of rules, disorganization. They're definitely a culture.
Fine, Miss De Luca. If that is what you choose as your final topic, that is fine.
Well, what do you think about it?
It doesn't matter what I think about it. You're the one who is supposed to think about it. Now, I expect you have a lot of work to do. Hello.
How's it going?
I brought you a tea.
Oh, thank you.
And a muffin. And some gum.
What, no magazine?
You want a magazine?
I'm only busting your chops. Would you have brought me one?
Of course.
Well, good to know.
I thought you might like to go for a walk.
Oh, okay. Now, let me grab my coat.
That blue, it's very flattering on you. Brings out your eyes.
What is it with you and my eyes? What are you, like a freaking optometrist or something? Come on, let's go.
Have I done something wrong?
Well, no, you haven't done anything wrong. It's just, should I be wearing heels every day, or should I just throw on some sweats?
I think you look very nice.
Well, no, I mean, Vic, what I mean is, are we dating? Are we friends? Are you my florist? Like, what's the deal?
Well, I like to believe that we're becoming friends, but there is also a romantic aspect that we...
I don't mean boyfriend, girlfriend. Just whatever it is that we're doing, can we just do it sitting down with some food in front of us?
You mean a date?
Yeah, is that such a big deal? I mean, don't you want to date me?
There's nothing I'd rather do.
So what's the problem?
There is no problem. Will you have dinner with me?
Was that so hard? I'd love to.
A little warm in here, don't you think? Excuse me, could I have some more water?
Would you relax? So, how long's it been?
What?
Since you've been on a date.
Oh, well, I don't really...
Jackie, O.
Caesar, oh my God, hi. How you doing?
Wow, you look great.
Thanks.
Guess I better get in and get my hair cut more often, huh?
It's good to see you.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye. Sorry about that.
Perfectly all right. It's not every day I get to dine with Jackie O and Caesar.
So if you, haven't been on a date in a while, I can assume that you're, not married, right?
I was.
Oh, really? Do you have kids?
Were you ever married?
Me, no. Do you have any kids?
Why is this conversation all about me? I don't feel that I'm interesting enough to sustain you. Could I have a large single malt whiskey on the rocks?
Angstrom and Tavris, of course, working independently, both apply the Vygotsky and Zinchenko theories to the actual treatment of patients.
Thank you very much, Miss Rappaport, for that most interesting tour. If nothing else, we've all learned how many people with exotic names become psychologists. Miss De Luca, I hope your report is as effective as your timing. In 2 minutes, you would have received a failing grade, if you please.
Well, my report involves the effect of group activity on the individual psyche using both the monolithic and the
Don't move. Miss De Luca, why don't you just tell us what you've learned without the help of your multicultural friends?
What?
Just tell us in your own words what you've discovered.
What I've discovered. Okay. Well. Hey, how are you? I did some first-hand observation of subcultures. And it was weird, you know? Looking at people I already knew, yet feeling like I was seeing them for the first time. My neighborhood, people on the bus, my family, this place. Suddenly I was watching them, you know, taking notes. Kind of felt like I was Jane Goodall with the apes. So I found 2 kinds of cultures. One where you can kind of let it all hang out.
Heterogeneous cultures.
Right. And one where everyone kind of dances to the same number.
Homogeneous cultures.
Right. And they fooled me, you know? One that I thought was one was the other. I mean, to be with the cool nonconformist kids, you had to be nonconformist in the same way they're nonconformist. I mean, what's so nonconformist about that? But the bingo ladies, you know, when push came to shove, they accepted each other's differences and they would adjust to include everyone in their game.
So cultures adapt to changing demands.
Yes, which led me to the discovery of maybe the most important subculture.
Which is?
Me.
You are a subculture?
Yes, yeah, each of us. I mean, we all have to have our own language, our own religion, politics, music, each of the things that define a culture. A culture of one.
A culture of one.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Did you really think this entire text, the individual and his group, could be reduced to the culture of one?
Yeah.
Well, you could very well be right. Thank you very much, Mr. Luca. Mr. Luca!
Don't.
What?
Don't tell me how hard your final's gonna be. I'm on my way to the library to study.
I wasn't going to talk to you about your exam. I have a favor to ask.
Oh, sorry.
I know you'll appreciate how awkward this situation is. I find myself in a difficult position.
And what's the favor?
I have someone visiting from out of town, but I need time to prepare your final exam, and I was wondering if you might consider entertaining my guests.
Look, unless your final is paint by numbers, I really need to cram, and the book that I need, Neuropsychosis of Projection, can't be checked out, so I really need to go to the library and...
I will loan you my personal copy.
Who's the visitor?
Mr. Luca, this is my daughter, Abigail.
Daughter? Well, hi. How you doing?
Fine.
Abigail is on semester break from Bexton Academy.
Wow, that's great. Nice to be on break, huh?
Mr. Luca is going to spend some time with you while I finish my work.
Okay.
Thanks.
And I'd appreciate it if you could have her in my office by 11. Have a nice time. Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Professor? Professor Lusky? Victor. Thought you might need this after your hard night of working.
Where's Abigail?
My father had a heart attack last night, and I couldn't stay with him at the hospital because you were passed out drunk, and I had to take care of your daughter.
Your father had a heart attack?
Yeah, he's gonna be fine, but what if I hadn't come in here alone? What if Abigail had found you like that?
I wasn't passed out. I was exhausted. I had one drink and fell asleep. Not that I need to explain myself to you, but for your information, I have decided not to drink for the remainder of Abigail's visit.
And when did you decide that, Victor? When you woke up and you realized you had no idea where your 11-year-old daughter was?
A tutor will be here in 25 minutes.
Tutor? She's been on break from school for one day, and you're gonna make her study with a tutor?
She's not meeting her potential in math.
Yeah, well, you're not meeting your potential in fatherhood. Why don't you get a tutor for that? Don't make her work. Take her to the movies, take her to the park, spend some time with her.
Where is she? Out in your car?
No, she's not in my car.
You don't mean to tell me after your harangue about my deficiencies as a father, you have left my child alone in your apartment?
She's not alone.
What does that say about the sodium content?
Well, Abigail. Good to have you back. Well, hello. I like your red leather trousers.
What are you doing here, Victor? Can you excuse me, Miss Lewinsky?
I've been meaning to drop by for ages, but it's been such a hectic week.
I'm sure it has.
Well, final exams are always my busiest time.
I don't know how you do it. You know, you got your final exams, your daughter's in town, all that scotch to drink. Where do you find the time?
What are you saying?
Why is your daughter sleeping at Lydia's?
That was a misunderstanding.
But you think I don't know? Listen, I spent half of my childhood sleeping on strange people's couches.
My daughter and I have a very complicated relationship.
11-year-olds don't have complicated relationships, Victor. They have crappy parents. So instead of you coming here to see me, you really should be trying to fix the situation with your daughter. Be a man.
What are you doing here?
I thought it was your day off.
Where's Abigail?
She wanted to watch a video.
Who's with her?
Shouldn't you be preparing for your final?
You left your little girl home alone so you could sit here and drink?
She's happy, I'm happy.
It's amazing what the human mind can rationalize.
Oh, very good, Miss DeLuca. I'll make sure you get extra credit for that.
This is not an academic exercise. These are real people getting hurt here, like your daughter.
Hey, what are you, nuts?
You know what? I have a father, and he is the single greatest man in the world, and that he should have a headache, let alone a heart attack, while you sit here and poison yourself. I am so repulsed by you, Victor.
If you're finished, I'll take that refill now.
Go to hell.
Lydia, apologize and give him a drink.
What's the matter, Cookie? You afraid you're gonna lose the $30 he's gonna spend sitting here all afternoon? Fine. Here, you happy?
Get the man his scotch. All right, that's it. You're fired!
I can't hear you, Cookie, because I'm already on my way out. Hello?
Hello.
Moonlighting for FTD?
Hey, shut the door. We're skiing in here.
Come on in.
Who is it?
Just someone from school.
It's not my practice to make house calls, Miss DeLuca, but I became concerned about your father's health when you missed the final.
My father is fine. Outside. I skipped your final because I have nothing to learn from you.
If a person can learn from the mistakes of others, Miss DeLuca, then I am unquestionably the greatest teacher you will ever have.
You know, Victor, I am really not unsympathetic. I've been around long enough to know that people who drink like you drink for a reason.
They do.
And I am truly sorry for whatever that reason is. But get the hell over it. You have a child who needs you, so do whatever you have to do and get yourself together and be who she needs you to be.
On weekends, I used to drive my family into Manhattan. We'd go to the theater or to a museum until one Saturday, when driving home, I fell asleep. Margaret was looking out of the window at the lights, and Abigail was lying on the back seat. It was perfectly peaceful. And it's the last peaceful moment that I shall ever have. You have precisely 1/2 hour to get back to my class if you want to make up your final. Time's up.
Can I wait while you read it?
I can't grade it now. I have an engagement. I don't believe you and my daughter have been properly introduced. Abigail, this is Jackie. Jackie, Abigail.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
We're just on our way to the ice rink and wondered if you might like to join us.
You skate?
We're about to find out.
It was my idea.
Yeah, I'd love to. I was just closing up anyway. Thank you.
Okay. You got everything?
Yes.
Then it's called the influenza incubation chamber. Now, the porter will call out your station, and Mrs. Preston will meet you at the other end and drive you to the school.
Dad, you told me 4 times.
Do you have your retainer? What about your gloves?
They're right there. Is your glove?
My Earth Science report.
What about it?
I left it in your office, in a green folder.
I'll mail it to you tomorrow.
No, you have to send it today.
But I teach classes all afternoon.
But Miss Lodnick will kill me if I don't have it.
Look, everybody, keep your pants on, all right? I will take it to the post office and I'll overnight it, all right?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Crisis averted. There's a vendor. Would you like a snack for the journey?
Tuna sandwich and an OJ.
So much for being through with the bar.
Jackie, hi.
I knew this was gonna happen.
I was settling my tab.
Oh, yeah, and I was on my way for being crowned Miss Fell off the turnip truck.
You calling me a liar?
Drunks always lie.
You've no right to talk to me that way.
I have every right to say whatever I want to say to a man who thinks I'm a moron.
Oh, you're very sure of yourself, playing judge and jury.
I was raised by a drunk. Remember, I'm the expert.
Well, I have my own field of expertise, Jacqueline, and in my expert opinion, it's time we said goodbye.
Vic?
Good evening.
Hi, I wasn't sure if you'd still be here. It's a lovely night out if you like the cold. Look, my ass is killing me from kicking myself so hard. I should have believed you. I was so wrong. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Apology accepted.
That's it?
Jackie. Our problem goes much deeper than a single misunderstanding.
What problem?
We both bring a lot of baggage to our friendship.
Well, what 2 people over the age of 14 don't? Look, Victor, I said I was sorry. Not that many people have heard those words from these lips.
I appreciate that, but it doesn't negate the fact that you don't trust me.
Victor, we had one fight. You want to make a federal case out of it? Come on.
Well, you can't deny that your experience of your mother colors your view of life, of me.
Well, I have to be an idiot not to notice the similarities.
But you must admit, I can't answer for your mother's conduct. I can't be responsible for nor make up for what she did to you.
Look, fine. I am happy to get rid of that baggage.
I wish it were that simple. I think it best that we both go our separate ways.
You do?
Yes.
That's it?
I'm sorry.
You should be, Victor. Hi, Victor. It's me. Listen, I've been thinking a lot about what you said, and, well, I didn't want to leave it there. I didn't feel like we finished saying all that we needed to say. You know, we just stopped talking, you know, and I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I don't want to leave it there, okay? So, look, just call me. You got my number, all right? Okay, bye.
Hello, old friend. Good evening.
Hi.
Do you sit for a while?
Yeah, sure.
I went to my first AA meeting tonight.
Congratulations. That's a big deal.
This is so hard. Well, of course, it's not easy for anyone to, as one of the leads so eloquently put it, get off the sauce. But what makes it particularly difficult for me is the fact that I'm a very private man. After all these years, I'm still not used to the American habit of baring your soul to strangers.
You know what? You don't have to do this alone.
Thank you.
No thanks necessary. Because, you know, between me and you, I got a lot of stuff on my own.
It's funny, stuff is my area of expertise, just not my own stuff.
I know what you mean. Now, unless my memory is shot to hell, freezing your ass off is not one of the 12 steps.
Not as far as I know.
Come inside. I'll make you a cup of coffee.